Hello, my name is Dylan. My YouTube channel is JJ Bros, and today we are going to be doing some three-dimensional or 3D vector cross products. So if you don't know what a vector is, I wouldn't blame you if you didn't. A vector is a collection of numbers. So one way to show a vector, we're going to show 5 ways of vectors. These are going to be, this can be 1, 0, and 0. Or, in this form, it can be 1, 0, 0. Okay? So it can be those. For another example, we can do 1, 3, and 2, which is the same as 1, 3, 2. Both of these ways are correct. Now, order does matter. For example, we can do this off to the side. We can draw 1, 2, 3, or 3, 2, 1. But that is not equal to 1, 3, 2. Okay? So order does matter with vectors. Okay. This next one is a little complicated, but stick with me. So this is number 2. So we're going to draw like a grid type thing. So it looks something like this. Now we're going to label these components x, or x of 1, y, or x of 2. Y, x, and z are x, y, and z are pretty easy, but professionals use x, x1, x2, x3. So z or x of 3. So to represent 1, 3, 2, this is going to be our main vector. So we're going to use this quite a bit. We can take one step, imagine a step, that'd be right about here. It doesn't have to be exact, but imagine a step. Okay, now the next one's 3, so we take 3 steps towards the y-axis. So 1, so there'd be like 1 step here, 1 step here, 1 step here. And then 2 would be take 2 steps to the z-axis. So our vector would be that. Alright, that would be our arrow. So it's a little confusing, but remember, top number goes here, second number goes here, third number goes here. Okay. So our third method, this one's pretty easy. All it is some special vectors. So whenever you see, perhaps in a textbook or the liking, you might see something that looks like that. Now you might be wondering, what does that mean? Well, all this means is this is the equivalent to the vector 1, 0, 0. Now this is I hat. You call this I hat. And then there's 3 others, but I'll only cover 2 because these 2 are the most common. There could be many more, but I'm only covering 3. So it's I hat, J hat, and K hat. These are the most common ones. So J hat is going to be 0, 1, 0. K hat is, if you've seen the pattern, good job. If you don't feel bad. It's going to be 0, 0, 1. Okay. So there could be many more, but I only am covering these 3. And these will be needed in our main lesson point. So the 4th one, you might need another new sheet of paper. So the 4th one is we're going to draw that grid. And it's okay. So what we're going to do is, so we have a vector here. So this is vector A. Now, vector A is trying to pull in vector B. But what that does is cause vector C up here to rotate. Okay? Pretty simple. So A is trying to pull B in, and it causes C to rotate. Okay? And now this is the main lesson. So it's A, and then we draw, that's a symbol of a vector. It's a little half arrow. And that is equal to vector 1, 2, 3. Now, B is equal to 3, 2, 1. Now, A times B is equal to, now we're going to use 5 lines. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to draw a line. This is actually a determinant, not a line. But we take these 2 lines and they make a determinant. So this is why I taught you the special vectors, because it's I hat, J hat, and K hat. Then 1, actually it's going to be, yeah, there we go. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, and 1. Okay? Now we're going to write our cofactors in a minor. It's going to equal 2 cofactors in a minor. 2 cofactors in a minor. That's too skinny of a minor. Plus 2 cofactors in a minor. So we can fill it in by taking some sticks, as in our previous videos, and we can place them. So the top one we're gonna place like that. Bottom one we're going to place like this, and the top stick always goes here, and then the bottom stick moves over. So it's 2, 3, 2, 1. Then next 1, 3, 1, 2, or 1, 3, 1, 1, 1, 3, 3, 1. And then lastly 1, 2, 3, 2. Now the cofactors, this is new from our last videos, is going to be I hat, J hat, and K hat. Now I'll show you. Now we're gonna get some steps that's a little more confusing, and we're gonna get a vector for the answers. A vector. Because we're adding, basically, I'm just going to tell you in the end, we're going to add up all the vectors. With like I hat, J hat, and K hat. And then the front ones. And then you can draw it if you want, but we draw our, I'll draw it too, so you can see. It's our plus, minus, plus, negative, plus, negative, plus, minus, plus pattern. And we place sticks along the top, so it's positive, negative, positive. Okay. So it equals, so then equals, please say 3 equals here. And it's going to be I hat, two, 1, in parentheses, minus 3, 2. Then negative J hat, one, minus 3, 3. And then plus K hat, 1, 2, minus 2, 3. Okay. So now it's going to be equals I hat 2 minus 6 minus j hat one minus 9 plus k hat 2 minus 6. And then it's equals I hat -4 minus j hat -8 plus k hat -4. So then it's going to be equal to, remember it's what I hat was? It's 1, 0, 0, -4 minus 0, 1, 0. And then it's -8 plus 0, 0, 1, -4, and then it's going to be and then we're going to multiply it like here, here to here. So it's -4, 0, 0. Minus, or actually, this affects the -8, so it's going to be a plus 0, 8, because it affects it, 0, plus, now this one doesn't get affected, 0, 0, -4. So now we add all of them together. So it's negative 4, 8, negative 4. That is our final vector. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next.